psychic medium Debbie Romero here. Welcome. If this podcast found you, don't go nowhere. Today, we are going to open up the platform for the collective to discuss energy healing from my perspective. This is a very special topic for me, as many of us take the journey within to feel better. And for those who are listening, I want to say congratulations. I am proud of you for taking the leap of faith of looking at thyself. Now, if energy never dies, we want to look at how to change its form. And there are many ways that we can dive into energy to change the energy form for thyself. What's beautiful about this process is that it begins with you, and you are willing to take the change into transformation. I may miss some things, but I'm going to do my best to get to as many topics as I can and also give some mini exercises. So get comfy, get those earpods on, have some water for after so you can flush the residuals right out of the energy body. So, energy. And everything is energy. If we look at that, right? Part of the universe, that stardust. We also are stardust. And if we look at life and we look at our life experiences, those experiences are stored within what we call the aura. And that auric field, which is those 7 layers that we embody around our human body, is our protection. But it also holds the memory of the data that we work with daily. People who are beauticians, doctors will say people who are constantly ebb and flowing in someone else's field. Contact of hello, how are you, handshakes, hugs, all of those energies are felt. Depending on how attuned you are, you can even feel what the one person is going through psychometry. I thought I'd throw that in. I feel like that reasoning being said is because we also embody chakras, and the chakra system are part of your clairs. We are all psychic. And because we all are psychic, we have the ability to see, hear, feel, know, touch, taste, all those great ways of acknowledging the energies. When we are blending with family, with friends, and conversations, there's a great blend of energies from one person to the next. And there are times that you can feel dense or blocked, or, whoa, that was a hard day. And it wasn't even your energy. You could be holding space as a therapist, a doctor, an energy practitioner, or even someone who does paranormal investigations. There is a residual that we embody, and those residuals can become a buildup, and those buildups can be mucky. It could be heavy. And so if you believe everything is energy, then we want to look at ways to clear that, change its form, and bring healing in. So for me, obviously, we always start with the land. We bless the land, we give back to the land, and we honor the land with planting trees or planting flowers. We're changing the form and bringing healing to the earth, right? So depending on your perspective, how do you manage the care for your home, your land, so we can start the changes that are necessary? Because even the earth has energy. And when you wake up and you're walking and you're going to work, that energy is going to be felt and what's happening within the collective. If we change the energy within the home and we bring healing to the home, we can send white light to the home, to the earth, to the land. We can ask God, Christ conscious energy, to go where the energy is needed. And you can bring prayer to the land or to the home and to those that are residing within the residence. That changes the form. We can begin with prayer. We can go into meditation. We can go into the power and welcome the energies to change its form. Everything begins with a thought, and it creates an emotion, and then it manifests. So we want to change what has already occurred with new. We can't take away what's happened, but we can change the energetic form of the way it's presenting itself to you. Depending on your journey for self, everybody's journey is different. Some may have a harder time than others based on their life experiences. So, when you're working with an energy practitioner, it's important, if it's something physical or if it's something mental, that you seek that medical care, that you seek that doctor. And if you seek that psychiatrist, if that's what's needed, or therapist to help assist and provide the care that they need on that physical level. This work should be done as an alternative option in addition to what you're already going through. Now, there's grief when it comes to that change. There's a process when we are changing energy from form to form. And I say grief because when we're moving through the residuals, there's a memory that comes to the surface and you're working through those thoughts, those emotions and feelings, and that's okay. So I would say purchase a journal and get yourself ready to work with thyself, writing your words down, being kind to yourself. When you're working with someone and they are an energy worker, you're wanting to have someone that's going to hold space for you, provide you with understanding and care. And you want them to be attentive to the needs that you're bringing forward to the forefront. My sessions begin with, how can I help you today? What is your goal working with me today? What areas in your life would you like to address? So we can get to the problematic areas without wasting any time. It's important that the felicitator is there for you and to hold space for the energies to be moved. Now, let's dive in. For many of us, may not be Reiki trained, but we are all channelers. We have those chakra systems, the energy field of the aura, and our meridians with pathways of energies. So you are a walking energetic life force being. And that is enough. With prayer and kindness, like a mother would tend to their child if they fell, or a father who would pick up their child from falling on the football field or baseball field. That hug, that concern is enough to hold space for the energies to move. You are changing the form in that moment with comfort. If you were to give a prayer, that creates the thought and changes the energy with the emotion that comes with it and sends it into the energetic ethers for change. If you sit for absent healing and you're sending healing collectively from you to the world, that is enough. If you welcome your spirit team, God, Christ, conscious, universal energy, however you choose to work with higher self, you are blending in the power, you're building up the energy, and then you're sending the healing energy between you and the spirit world. If you go into trance, you are holding the link and the space for spirit to do its work. You're stepping aside in a passive way, which allows the energies to move through and speak through you with the vibration and frequencies that are needed for that specific healing session. When you are Reiki attuned, a Reiki practitioner will attune, a Reiki master teacher will attune the student to many different levels, which can go from 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the teacher, master. And when you're attuned to the frequencies, a pathway is open at the crown with symbolic symbols that have been created by Hayashi, Takada, and Asui, which are 3 souls who lived on this earth and teach and found teachings and techniques that worked for them, which is non-invasive. The symbols through Reiki, there are ones that will clear and protect the energy. There's one symbol that will bring peace and harmony, another that will remove energetic blocks. We can go in and open up the chakra system. We can use the past, the present, and the future. We can clear the karmic. We can ground. And there is also divine light codes that can be used in the symbolic symbols of numbers. And these divine codes will be used to influence the energies to move and to shift. So the practitioner is holding space with the intent of what your will is looking for. So when you're working with Reiki, you are connecting spirit, the practitioner, and then the client. And there is an influence of intent to have thy will be done. So also keep in mind those symbols will be imprinted within your auric field. So now you'll have other energies that you will carry. So that is what how one practitioner will work. Okay. Now, when you're in that state and you're receiving these energies, I have witnessed my clients fall asleep. I have seen them have their eyes flutter as they get visions. I have seen them get hot and cold. I have seen the tears surface. When you're moving energy, the memory comes to the surface and you're replaying parts and pieces and aspects of what one may have experienced. Some will be given the glimpse into the spirit world. There's so much love and beauty that comes through when a channel is holding space for a client. I wanted to say patient. Excuse me. This work helps move energy when you're going through deep grief or sorrow. It helps hold space to move the energies to clear the clairs, which is the chakra system. So if you're intuitive and you're looking for a boost of energies, I always highly recommend a Reiki session. For someone who is wanting to understand themselves and their own journey, you may want to take a class for Reiki. Okay. Now, if we look at energy and we're also looking at other ways to change its form, we can start with sound. Sound healing will create a vibration and frequency that will move around you, that will not only attune you to the sound frequency codes that are chosen in the moment, but it will also bring an awareness of each chakra that you're choosing to work with. You can use the drumming, which is the drumming circles, or sound healing. Those, depending on the instrument, will awaken the energy and shift the energies. So music is truly working through you. Let's say you don't have time to get to a sound healing or time to hear some tuning forks or drumming. I say put that on when you sleep. And while you're sleeping, your energy can be attuned to the frequencies. The frequency I love to listen to is 963, God, Source, Love, Energy, Miracles. If you're working with the heart, it's 528. And if you're working through heavy energies, it's the frequency of 417. Now, when do you go and book a session? Is when you feel blocked or stagnant energy. Something's not working, something is just not right. That is the cue for your mind, body, spirit to say, I think I need to book a session. So I would research and find within your area a local practitioner that can hold space for you. If we go through sound, our voice is also changing energy from form to form. So if you're booking a session for a reading, the reading and will change the energy. When you hear the words, I'm sorry, I love you, that energy is felt. The person who would book the session will also have silent prayers that have been sent to the heavens. And I have found that those prayers and healing have been brought forward in readings. So when there's a vibration that comes from the spirit world, they are changing the form and the mindset changes, which in turn changes the emotion and changes the outcome. I have done soul readings where we hold space for different life events. Because the energy never dies, we are visiting and journeying back to timelines where the energy is shifting and changing with the love, the different perspectives. We bless the past, we bless the present, and we bless our future. And so when you're in that state, if you can't get to a practitioner, if something comes up, a gentle word is, I bless this energy. I give gratitude for this energy. The gentleness of the tone and frequency and gratitude gives the vibration a different form. And that's the power of sound. I am affirmations, words of affirmations, the power of I am. I am loved. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am powerful. I am free. Those words will create a vibration in your auric field. And when you are allowing your energy within the aura to be fed, that is what's going to be felt on an energetic level. I love to go to the beach. I love to get my feet in that sand and go into that ocean. That brings healing. Nature has a vibration. The birds, when they are chirping, has a vibration. So a gentle walk, taking time for thyself is important as the energies within your auric field change. We can also connect with hands-on healing with a massage therapist, and you can allow them to move the energies that are stored within the muscles and on a cellular level. So when you are connecting to a practitioner, you want to look at what is it that your soul needs today. Oftentimes when you find yourself in this situation of needing care from an energy worker, I have found that we can come in distress. At the last minute, things are just not working. So if you're in that emergency state or you're all well, all is good state, start today just where you are in the moment. Okay? Now, if you find right now, let's talk about how we can change the energies and how we can find ways to bring changes to the residual. I always start with breath. So let's take a minute to get comfy as I give you different exercises to work through. Let's see if we can put some music on for us. Here's the 9-3 frequency. And we welcome the pathways between our world and the spirit world to open. We welcome the threads of new energies from the heavens to flow through us. Just breathe. Breathe in the love. Exhale gratitude. Breathe in peace. Exhale gratitude. Breathe in the healing. And exhale gratitude. Now you can visualize a circle or a square around you, which allows you to open a portal before you. I use triangles, so I love to sit with the triangles in the Merkaba, one facing up and one facing down. And then I like to visualize that my hands begin to touch the Merkaba, as my hands begin to vibrate, I put my forehead to this portal. Allow my body to begin to feel the vibration. And then I walk through it. I welcome the waterfall, of miracles of water, of healing waters. And with the energy of the water, they come in different colors. I put my hands up in the air and I let the water of rainbows to flush through me, to rinse through me, which is going to cleanse your auric field. From the fingertips to the crown, you are infused with rainbow colored energy. And it's all the water, a beautiful waterfall, washing and rinsing you from the back, washing and rinsing you from the front of the body, of the chakra system, into the earth, the residuals fall. You can do a gentle dry bathe where you are dusting the energies off from each shoulder to the belly, to the back, down the legs, and washing the residuals. Or put your hands to the earth to allow the energies to be dissolved within the earth. Then I sit at a meditative bench, a bench that I use for meditation. In my mind, I'm visualizing this. So visualization brings healing. And I'll look at the trees, and I'll look at the crystals which are in my garden. And in my garden, there's a vortex of energies of each crystal spinning underneath the water of the pond that's before me. And I put to words, what am I feeling today that I'm removing from my tree? Worry, fear, anxiety, lack of confidence. We want to remove those energies. So you're extracting them from your energetic body. Disappointment, that for some who may be sad, grief. Put into words what you're feeling. What are you working through today? What emotion, what thought is being brought forward to the surface? And you're pulling these weeds from the earth and you're extracting gossip, heartache, misunderstanding, misfortune, greed. Look at all of those hard words. You can't put them into words to say, God, you know what needs to be done. Extract it. Extract those weeds from that tree. And we call on the angels, your spirit helpers, to bag up all that. Put it in a beautiful trash bag, tie it up in a nice bow, and let them take those worries to the heavens. I always like to work with sandalphon and let them take the prayers up to the heavens. And now I'm going to plant new beginnings, love, unconditional love. So in your hand, visualize spirit providing you a bag of magic, a magical seed of manifestation. Because when you let go, you're also recreating. So we're bringing forward health, planting opportunities, planting seeds of confidence and trust, planting seeds of play, planting seeds of strength and courage and joy and laughter, friendship, family, love, a new job of experiences, if that is what you're looking for. What is your soul desiring? Plant those babies everywhere. Now you're changing the form from one thought to another. And as you sit there, then I always welcome my healers. I welcome the doctors. I welcome spirit. And when I sit in that energy, I allow my higher self to join me as I'm still on this bench. And I allow my eyes to soften, my ears to soften, the back of my neck to soften. And I blend now with spirit. I let them come closer. My guides will sit with me. My ancestors will sit with me. My loved ones will come and commune with me. We welcome the color red, color orange, and we're being infused now with color. As color changes the energies from one form to another, color healing is part of the energy of spirit, our spirit. So we're restoring the colors within oneself. Welcome the energy to rise through you. And you ask Spirit to release the threads that are connected to your power, that are connected to your mind. From the quantum field to the earth, we ask to release the threads that are restricting, the energies that do not serve you, to release any thought form energy that is restricting you. And we bury that into the core of the earth as it dissolves, as that energy will now provide the nutrients for your manifestation. Good job. We're asking to dissolve the darker atoms and molecules. So a gentle cleanse wherever you are in the office space, work. You can just visualize the gold and visualize the rainbows to purify and move energy of residuals. And I hope this gives you some brief explanation of how I work with energy. Have a great day. And thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you next week as we do this one more time. Let's go and have a beautiful day. Much love.